baseball team will be selling these Gilman athletic shirts. They're actually really nice. We're going to do for $20. We'll be selling them at the lunch tomorrow. Some until they sell out. So baseball team. All right,
Please welcome our first senior speaker, Xander Martin.
This semester, for my English elective, I'm taking a class taught by Mr. Baker called Cormac McCarthy. For those of you who don't know, Cormac McCarthy is arguably one of the most influential American novelists. He has written 10 novels spanning the Southern Gothic, Western, and post-apocalyptic genres. He's most famous for his 1985 novel, Blood Meridian, which was on Time Magazine's 2005 list of the 100 best English language books published since 1923. At the beginning of the semester, we were watching one of McCarthy's interviews when McCarthy said he had never experienced boredom in the last 50 years. When the class heard this, everyone kind of turned around in shock. No one really could comprehend how that was possible for anyone. Over the past several weeks, I've been grappling with this notion in a mixture of appreciation and disbelief. I wish I was curious enough and motivated enough to always find ways to explore the world around me, but I still don't believe that anyone can be so consumed and interested in living life that they resist boredom altogether. Over the course of my life, I've been unbelievably fortunate to be around incredible people. Many are very accomplished in their respective fields, ranging from dominant athletes to renowned artists and actors and unbelievable scholars. While I truly am in awe of those people who are so skilled in their one passion, I found that I am most impressed by the people who are the jack of all trades. The people who spend time doing a variety of activities because one passion isn't enough to contain the curiosity. I think I owe this admiration to my parents. So as some of you may know, my parents are pretty strict. Well, to phrase, they push my sister and me pretty hard. Growing up, we never had any downtime. No matter what time it was or how tired I claimed to be, there really was never an excuse to not be doing something because my parents always were. Whether it was my dad's never-ending projects or my mom's constant mission to tend to the needs of our house and our family. When we go on vacations, as Michael Birmingham found out firsthand this summer, we don't go anywhere to relax. We leave school to go somewhere to do some normally strenuous activity and return even more exhausted than when we left. But above all else, as a child, the one thing that was absolutely forbidden in our house was sitting inside on the couch watching TV, especially if it was sunny outside. I can't remember how many times I've had to ask my friends to sneak over to their house just so that I can spend the day chilling out watching TV, because if I was called home, I knew that I was in for a brutal harassment. Well, I resented this as a child and wished I had the ability to kind of just be able to chill out and relax a little bit. I've come to realize how much I've gained from my parents' busy lifestyle. By refusing my lazy desires of spending hours watching television or playing video games, they made me branch out and involve myself in something I wouldn't otherwise be doing. When I was younger, this just meant I was forced to find different and more creative ways to spend my time. But this mentality and their encouragement has translated into a constant inquiry into activities that are not the norm. Throughout my high school experience, I found myself constantly admiring the people doing things that I had never seen or did not understand. Over the past year, I've become more and more aware of how competitive the world is through our various college admission meetings. In today's world, being really successful in just one aspect of life isn't enough. What really differentiates one person from another is how they spend their extra time not doing that one passion and what they involve themselves in. At schools across the country, that understanding has transformed into doing and enlisting activities for college admissions purposes. But what makes Gilman's mission so special is the constant expectation and celebration of those different talents. Students are expected to be competent in all facets, academic, arts, and athletics, not to impress colleges, but to try to appreciate and generate curiosity for all aspects the world has to offer. enormous demand of Gilman certainly creates stress, as we've heard from numerous senior speakers this year. It also separates Gilman from the rest, and I'm extremely grateful that that is a core part of the school's beliefs. Now, going away next fall, I will definitely take advantage of the opportunity to sit down on Sundays and do nothing but watch football on the couch. But I've started to understand what inspired living looks like. I hope that when I begin to feel myself drifting towards boredom, I remember the people that have been a part of my life and will continue to be a part of my life, and am inspired by them to do something I wouldn't otherwise be doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. We're doing an announcements. I have one really quick from Mrs. Hammer. So everyone received the dance registration form that was sent to you via email. Feel free to fill them out. So once you have that filled out, you need to go to Mrs. Hammer. You have to pay for the ticket. It's $10, and she will give you a physical ticket that you need to have in order to go to the dance. So you can't just do the registration and assume that means you're going to dance. You have to go and pay for the ticket in order to go. That must be done by Friday before the end of the day. There's no exceptions to that. That's the biggest thing. It's like pretty easy. As you have to do it before the end of the day on Friday. That means 3:35. Any announcements? I'll just read these.
Guys, I just sent out an email about the balloon prize. I'm getting an announcement about that before. It's got the details about when the essays will be distributed and all that kind of stuff. If you are interested, please reply to that email and let me know that you're interested in participating in the competition. Thank you.
That's right.
Best way to fill up to that period, yeah. So we have two play on Friday for that Thursday night. Also, all students are college in the conference will sign that today or tomorrow.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Just for the home list tomorrow, regular spot, CHC 17, I believe. We had a great turnout last time. We'd love to continue it. So please show up. I'll be sending out an email with the sign-up sheet. Please just consider it at least today.
Alright, so the dance this Saturday, obviously, will be set up, probably starting 5th Street on Friday. We shouldn't need too many people to help with that. So the cleanup is going to be Sunday at 1. Okay, so you can sleep, and you need people to come help with that, otherwise we're going to be there for hours. So we have a lot of people, like 20 guys more, it'll go really quickly. So especially the juniors, guys, and 2 dance next year, we need that help. Alright, any others?
It is a personal and professional privilege to welcome today's second senior speaker, Sean Kemp.
I came to Gilman School as a 6th grader and went through the Gilman experience for 7 years leading up to this point. However, for the longest time, I didn't feel like I belonged to Gilman. Let me explain. I consider myself a pretty normal person. A normal person that breathes, sleeps, eats, glow strings, plays Super Smash Brothers and Dance Dance Revolution competitively, plays piano, percussion, handbells, and sings for 12 years now, watches anime a bit too enthusiastically sometimes, and beatboxes. I also enjoy the occasional Sudoku puzzle. As you can tell, that previous statement about being normal was a lie. Let me tell you, the 3 questions that people ask me most are, how do you have time to do that? How do you do that? And oh my god, that is so cool. Are you even human? But I digress. These hobbies of mine might make me seem like an individualized person who doesn't interact with anyone in order to maintain my 6 skills. But I actually love interacting with people. The communities behind these hobbies are filled with dedicated people who share the same passions as me. For example, Super Smash Brothers has a whole history, even a documentary series for its 20-year runtime. There were golden ages, there were dark ages, upsets, comebacks, to the point where it has become an actual sport. I even attended a Smash local tournament in Maryland, where I got absolutely destroyed. With the extremely tight-knit community of Glowstring, I have made friends from Texas, California, even Taiwan, following up-and-coming artists and businesses, and even collaborating with them to create videos, trying to spread this amazing art form to the world. I've met people near my area at arcade meetups to compete against each other in Dance Dance Revolution, aiming to get the highest score. I even discovered a mind-blowingly talented music community here in Maryland when I started All-State and orchestras back in freshman year. My hobbies are a bit niche to say, but I love the fact that there are people that I can talk to that share those hobbies. When I found these communities, I felt so relieved that I could talk to friends, online or in person, that spoke my own language, kept up with the same news as me, meet people that understood me. But before I discovered all these communities, I realized that I felt like I was different from everyone else at Gilman. Coming to middle school at Gilman for sixth grade from the public school system, I didn't want to reach outside of my established friend groups. I felt comfortable, too comfortable, in fact, hanging out with people that thought exactly like me, played the same games as me, watched the same TV shows or even anime as me. I didn't do sports. I didn't attend mixers. I didn't even listen to the same music as everyone else. I had attended Gilman for a long time, but I didn't feel myself resonate with its culture. I felt like I didn't share anything with Gilman that I could interact with people. So I subconsciously rejected it. I think my mistake was that I thought I needed to be someone else, put on a mask if I wanted to feel like I was accepted. This insecurity manifested itself when one day someone approached me at the public library. I was sitting at the library desk during sophomore year at an SAT tutoring session, doing my work. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw my tutor talking to a stranger about me while pointing at me. I needed to brush this off, going back to my SAT packet, trying to concentrate. The stranger turned out to be looking at high schools for her child, and she approached me, asking me to tell her what was good about Gilman. I blurted out the food, jokingly, because at the time I thought the food at Gilman was the bomb. The stranger laughed a bit nervously and walked away back to the tutor, and I continued my work. After some reflection, though, I realized that not only had I disappointed Gilman, I disappointed myself. Not only could I not recognize the good in Gilman, but I had also done nothing to establish myself as a Gilman man. I isolated myself from learning the Gilman values because I didn't have the will or the drive to try and interact with my Gilman community. Then, I remember Lucas Jim approached me after the PSATs to come to Glowstream Club. I remember Bowen Zhang pulling out his DDR pads in the middle of the junior common room after school, taking his shoes off and proceeding to absolutely destroy my brain. I remember Aaron Dietrich pulling out his Wii U religiously every Friday after school in the video game club room, and us sparring in Smash Brothers together. I remember my first traveling in rehearsal, and Mr. Ford suddenly getting on my face to tell me to beatbox. All these moments were catalysts to me discovering that all these beautiful communities and people, and for me discovering myself. What I first want to emphasize is that it's the little moments that count. Saying hi to a random person in the hallway, giving them a high five, playing a sport, playing music, running a club, trying out for the musical, or even just reading a book or watching a movie with friends. That's what counts. These little moments are examples of how we as a community support each other. Little encouragements like these emphasize to people that they belong and can even change people gradually. When I went outside of my isolated box, taking small steps like using my computer in the second floor common room instead of an isolated classroom, I had the privilege of meeting so many amazing people around me that I completely glossed over. Gilman is for everyone. the extroverted, the popular, the smart, the talented, the introverted, the weak, the try-hard, even the troublemaker. We often underestimate the privilege of not having to explain yourself. Everyone deserves a chance to feel welcome. Step out of your comfort zone, and you might be pleasantly surprised about how human everyone is and how human you can be. I also want to emphasize that there's no need to prove yourself. What I mean is, back when I felt like I wanted to belong to Gilman, I felt so badly that there were requirements I needed to fulfill, a checklist that I needed to complete, that I should watch a certain TV show, or know all these college football teams, or talk or act in a certain way to become popular, to fit in with the crowd. But what I think Gilman wants is you, and only you. I found myself in all my hobbies, and I became known as the DDR guy and the low stream guy, but I'm happy with being known that way, because that is who I am. Sure, I swing glow sticks and make weird sounds from your mouth, like but I do that for myself, not anyone else. No, you don't have to click a controller fast, or stomp on arrows, or do anything special in order to be known at Gilman. You will be known for being you. Sometimes that fact is scary. Rejection hurts, but it even hurts more when they reject you for being yourself. But let me assure you, that is okay. Why? Because you